Why do some people seem to have a magical ability to get things done, while others struggle to keep up with their daily tasks? The secret lies not in the quantity of time we possess, but in the mastery of managing it, a discipline that has been elevated to an art form by four great masters: David Allen, Francesco Cirillo, Dwight D. Eisenhower, and Cal Newport. David Allen, The Art of Stress-Free Productivity. In the realm of time management, David Allen stands as a modern-day sage, a guru whose philosophy transcends the mere mechanics of organizing tasks. His method, known as Getting Things Done, or GTD for short, is not merely a system but a way of living, a ballet of productivity that harmonizes the mind's natural propensity for creativity with the need for practical execution. Allen's GTD system begins with a fundamental truth. The mind is for having ideas, not holding them. This profound insight unlocks the first lesson in our exploration: the power of a mind unburdened by remembering, and the liberation that comes from capturing our thoughts externally. Allen encourages us to write down our tasks, to externalize them, so that our minds are free to engage with these ideas rather than be preoccupied by the anxiety of remembering them. Consider the story of a busy executive who, after embracing GTD, discovered the freedom to be fully present with his family without the nagging feeling that he was forgetting something important. This transformation is not just about improved productivity, it's about living a life with greater presence and mindfulness. Allen's system champions the collection of tasks in a trusted system, followed by the clarification of these tasks into actionable steps, organizing them into lists and categories, reflecting on the overall system regularly, and finally engaging with the tasks. The wisdom here is not in the complexity, but in the simplicity of the system, a simplicity that requires discipline and commitment. Why do we resist writing things down? Is it because we believe our minds are infallible? Or perhaps we fear confronting the reality of our commitments? Allen's method asks us to trust a system outside ourselves, freeing our cognitive resources for creative and productive endeavors. Click subscribe to this channel to get more profound lessons from the legend. Listeners, I invite you to consider a moment when you felt overwhelmed by your tasks. How would your life change if you could capture all those tasks, clarify them, and engage with each one with confidence and clarity? Francesco Cirillo, The Elegance of the Pomodoro Technique. The story of Francesco Cirillo's Pomodoro technique begins with a simple tomato-shaped kitchen timer and a challenge. Could short, focused bursts of work punctuated by brief breaks increase productivity and maintain a high level of energy throughout the day? The Pomodoro technique, named after the Italian word for tomato, teaches us the second lesson in our exploration: the rhythm of focused work and rest. Cirillo discovered that the human mind thrives in intervals, much like the ebb and flow of the tides. The Pomodoro technique consists of 25-minute work sessions followed by 5-minute breaks, and after 4 of these cycles, a longer break is taken. This method's beauty lies in its recognition of our limitations and the embracing of those limitations to work in harmony with our natural rhythms. It's a dance between intensity and relaxation, where each step is measured not by the completion of tasks, but by the dedication to the present moment. Let's imagine a writer struggling with writer's block, who decides to try the Pomodoro technique. To his surprise, the pressure of producing a masterpiece dissipates, replaced by the simple goal of writing for 25 minutes. He finds his flow within these short sprints, and the work begins to unfold naturally. Why do we often resist the need for breaks, pushing ourselves to exhaustion? The wisdom of the Pomodoro technique lies in recognizing that rest is not the enemy of productivity, but its ally. Listeners, when was the last time you gave yourself permission to take a break, not as a reward for hard work, but as a strategic tool for achieving it? Dwight D. Eisenhower, The Wisdom of Prioritization. The 34th President of the United States, Dwight D. Eisenhower, was a leader who faced decisions of immense gravity. Yet he navigated these challenges with a method that has become a cornerstone of time management, the Eisenhower Matrix. The Eisenhower Matrix teaches us the third profound lesson: the discernment to prioritize tasks based on their urgency and importance. This matrix divides tasks into 4 quadrants: urgent and important, important but not urgent, urgent but not important, and neither urgent nor important. Eisenhower's legacy includes not only his presidency, but also his ability to make tough decisions in the midst of chaos. His method implores us to ask, are we focusing on the urgent at the expense of the important? This question challenges us to examine our daily routines and to distinguish between what is truly deserving of our immediate attention and what can be scheduled or delegated. Remember, Eisenhower was not just organizing his day, but orchestrating a world on the brink of nuclear conflict. His ability to discern the critical from the trivial offers us a lens through which we can view our own lives. By applying the Eisenhower Matrix, we can navigate our daily tasks with the same strategic wisdom that guided a nation through turbulent times. Imagine a doctor in an emergency room, using the principles of the Eisenhower Matrix to triage patients. The method allows for swift assessment, focusing energy where it is most needed and potentially saving lives. In our own lives, while the stakes may not always be as high, the principle remains the same: prioritize wisely. Why do we often conflate the urgent with the important, allowing our days to be hijacked by the latest demands on our attention? The Eisenhower Matrix invites us to reclaim our agenda by distinguishing between what is truly vital and what can wait. Listeners, when faced with a multitude of tasks, how do you decide where to focus your energy? Could the Eisenhower Matrix offer a compass to navigate the sea of responsibilities? Cal Newport, Deep Work and the Cultivation of Concentration. In a world rife with distractions, Cal Newport stands as a beacon for those seeking to cultivate a deep, undisturbed focus. His philosophy of deep work is the culmination of our exploration, offering the fourth lesson: the transformative power of profound concentration in an age of constant interruption. Deep work is the practice of immersing oneself in cognitively demanding tasks, minimizing distractions to achieve a state of flow. Newport posits that this state, where one's skills are fully engaged with the challenge at hand, is where true fulfillment and groundbreaking innovation occur. Consider the story of a software developer who, after reading Newport's work, began scheduling uninterrupted blocks of time to focus solely on complex coding problems. The results were astonishing, not only in the quality of his work, but also in his sense of accomplishment and professional satisfaction. Why do we often find ourselves succumbing to the lure of the immediate, checking emails and social media, rather than engaging in the work that demands our full intellectual capabilities? Newport's Deep Work invites us to resist the trivial and embrace the meaningful, crafting our own sanctuaries of concentration. Listeners, what could you achieve if you dedicated time each day to deep work, free from the distractions that fragment your attention? In our journey through the teachings of these time management masters, we have uncovered 4 lessons that, when woven together, form a tapestry of wisdom. From David Allen, we learn to externalize our tasks to free our minds. From Francesco Cirillo, The Value of Working with Our Natural Rhythms. From Dwight D. Eisenhower, The Importance of Discerning Urgency and Importance. And from Cal Newport, The Transformative Power of Deep, Focused Work. These lessons are not just strategies. They are invitations to a more intentional way of living, where time is not the enemy but an ally in our quest for fulfillment and achievement. Listeners, as you consider these masters and their lessons, which resonates most with you? How can you integrate these teachings into the fabric of your daily life, transforming the ticking of the clock from a countdown to an opportunity for greatness? In the next part of our exploration, we will delve into the practical applications of these philosophies, examining how we can implement these systems into our own lives with grace and efficacy. Stay tuned as we continue to uncover the wisdom of mastering time, not just as a resource, but as the canvas upon which we paint our life's masterpiece. Lessons of Mastery. The journey through the landscape of time management is akin to navigating an intricate maze. It requires both a map and the skill to traverse it. The teachings of our four masters provide the map, while the practical application of their lessons equips us with the skill. Integrating getting things done into daily life. The principles of David Allen's GTD system can be transformative, but their power is only realized through consistent practice. The story of the executive who found peace is not unique. It is a testament to the system's efficacy. To integrate GTD into your life, start by establishing a reliable system for capturing all your commitments. Use tools that resonate with you, whether they be digital apps or physical notebooks, and make capturing an automatic response to any new task or idea. Then, develop the habit of processing what you capture, clarifying what each item means and deciding on the next action required. This habit is the cornerstone of the system and the key to turning chaos into order. Organize these actions into lists that make sense to you, by context, project, or priority, and review them regularly to ensure nothing falls through the cracks. Finally, engage with your tasks with trust in your system, knowing that you have a plan for everything. Consider the story of an artist who, overwhelmed by her creative projects, applied GTD to her life. She captured all her ideas and organized them into actionable plans, which allowed her to engage with her art without the paralysis of overwhelm. By externalizing her thoughts, she found the mental space to be truly creative. Adopting the Pomodoro technique for sustainable productivity. The Pomodoro technique's beauty lies in its simplicity and adaptability. To adopt this technique, all you need is a timer and a task to focus on. Start by selecting a task, set your timer for 25 minutes, and work with single-minded focus until the timer rings. Then, take a 5-minute break to refresh before starting the next Pomodoro. After 4 Pomodoros, take a longer break to fully recharge. Imagine a student who, facing the daunting task of studying for exams, uses the Pomodoro technique to break down his study sessions into manageable intervals. He discovers that he can sustain concentration for longer and retain more information by embracing the natural rhythm of work and rest. Why do we push ourselves beyond our limits when evidence shows that we function better in cycles? The Pomodoro technique is not just about working smarter, but also about respecting our human need for rest. By honoring this need, we can maintain a sustainable pace of productivity. Prioritizing with the Eisenhower matrix. To make the Eisenhower matrix a part of your decision-making process, begin by listing all your current tasks. Then, categorize each task into one of the 4 quadrants of the matrix. This process forces you to consider the true nature of each task and its relevance to your goals. Think of an entrepreneur who uses the Eisenhower matrix to prioritize the development of her business. She learns to focus on tasks that align with her long-term vision, delegating or eliminating those that do not contribute meaningfully. This strategic approach allows her to build her business effectively without being sidetracked by every urgent but unimportant task that comes her way. The question the Eisenhower matrix poses is not just about sorting tasks. It's about aligning our daily actions with our deepest values and goals. It's a method that teaches us to say no to the unimportant so we can say yes to what truly matters. Embracing deep work for unparalleled focus. To cultivate the practice of deep work, start by identifying the most cognitively demanding tasks that will advance your personal and professional goals. Schedule uninterrupted blocks of time where you can work on these tasks, free from distractions. Create a ritual to transition into your deep work state, and train yourself to embrace the discomfort of intense focus. Imagine a scientist who, inspired by Cal Newport's deep work philosophy, schedules daily deep work sessions to delve into her research. In these sessions, she finds the clarity and insight necessary to make significant breakthroughs in her field. Her deep work practice becomes the source of her most valuable contributions. The challenge of deep work is not just in managing time, but in managing attention. In a world that monetizes distraction, choosing depth over superficiality is an act of rebellion. It is a declaration that your time and attention are sacred, and that from them can emerge work that is truly significant. Listeners, as we consider these practical applications, which of these methods can you see yourself implementing? How can they serve not just as tools for productivity, but as ladders to reach the heights of your potential? The teachings of Allen, Cirillo, Eisenhower, and Newport are not just blueprints for managing tasks. They are philosophies that can guide us in sculpting the masterpiece that is our life. Each task we undertake, each minute we steward, each decision we make about what deserves our time is a brushstroke on the canvas. As we move forward, let us not simply absorb these lessons, but actively integrate them into our daily lives. Whether it's the capture habit of GTD, the focused intervals of the Pomodoro technique, the strategic prioritization of the Eisenhower matrix, or the profound concentration of deep work, each offers a pathway to greater control over our time and output. To truly benefit from these methodologies, we must apply them with intention and reflection. The key lies in consistent practice and a willingness to adjust and refine our systems as we learn what works best for our unique circumstances. Through this process, we can transform not only our productivity, but also our sense of purpose and fulfillment. It is in the doing, the practicing, and the living of these principles that we find the peace of a mind unfettered by unfinished tasks, the satisfaction of work done well, and the joy of a life lived in alignment with our deepest values. Now, what step will you take today to move towards this vision of mastery in your own life?